Gemini, hello, it's Ashley here, and we are going to do your reading for all of 2022. I've done a lot of readings today, bear with me here. We're going to look at some themes overall to start with. So these themes, my intention is that they, the theme that comes through is something that you're kind of dealing with all year long. So you kind of have an overall idea of what to expect for the year. Then we're going to look at each month, and then we will finish it off with a look at what blockages to pay attention to and what unexpected thing might be coming through this year that you don't yet know about. So expect this to be kind of a long reading, but I will put timestamps or chapters down below so that you can save this video and go back to it each month of the year if you like, to kind of get an idea of what might be coming up for you that month. So hopefully you'll find that you can use this reading all year long. Save it to a playlist on your own YouTube, and hopefully it will provide you guidance. So Gemini, we're going to choose a major arcana here of a theme that is coming in for you this year. We have the Empress. Lovely. So definitely growth, expansion, could certainly be stepping into your divine feminine aspect here. We're going to get a minor arcana to go with that. Could also be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra this year. But it's kind of like this lovely pearl at the bottom of the ocean here. So some sort of growth, expansion, abundance showing up for you. What minor arcana does Gemini have? Oh, hello. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. Yeah. So strong Taurus energy showing up, but again, a strong abundance theme here. With those two coming out together, this could certainly be a very profitable year for you, Gemini. Specifically on in the Taurus areas of your life. So if you happen to know what house Taurus falls in, that is the area of the North Node this year. So the nodes change signs January 19th and moves into Taurus. So you're certainly going to have some very Taurus-focused themes this year in your chart. Let's get one more theme for the year for Gemini. And we get manifesting and doing. I love this. All of these together. Strong abundance, manifestations coming to fruition here. Very strong money, obviously, but also other resources. So you could definitely be focusing on your home. For Gemini rising signs, Taurus is in your 12th house. So it could very well be that you're kind of going into a more independent mode and focusing on your own self-love and abundance at this time. All right, now we're going to do the 12 months. So I love that, all that manifestation energy showing up there. We're going to pull January all the way through December from two different decks, and then we will go into love and finance and career messages for each month. And I've also been pointing out kind of the months to, give yourself a break, take some time off. or any months that are showing up as more challenging, just so you have that heads up. So for Gemini 2022, and heads up, this will not all fit on camera, so I will be holding them up for you to see. I'm actually going to pull these down further off to the side. So we have the Two of Wands, January, the Devil in February, the Three of Swords in March, the Two of Cups in April, the Wheel of Fortune in May, and the Six of Swords in June, the Chariot in July, the Sun in August, and the Nine of Swords in September. October, we have the Emperor. Very nice. Could be meaning a strong soulmate here. If you're not already in a relationship, if you are, it could very well be that your masculine counterpart steps up quite a bit here in October. In November, we have the Two of Swords, and in December, we have the Page of Cups. All right. So one more deck here, just bear with me. These are all pre-shuffled, but we're pulling out a lot of cards for the whole year here. So Gemini 2022. We have the Star. The Magician, so there's some of that manifestation energy already showing up. Ten of Pentacles, Judgment, Two of Swords, which we get again here in November, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. Okay, so let's look at the months. In January, we have the Star and the Two of Wands. It says, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. So certainly a fated energy here with the Star showing up. It could be that you're definitely at a crossroads in January to start off the year where you're having to make a decision whether this is in a relationship or at work when it comes to the next steps that you need to take. Could certainly be dealing with a fire sign or an Aquarius here. But there's something very positive and fated about whatever choice that you have to make here. One word of warning here with the Two of Wands, we can kind of stand at the crossroads rather than making the choice. So I would say here with the Star showing up, definitely pay attention to your intuition. I think you'll have kind of a gut feeling as to which direction to go here. There are two men showing up here on the Two of Wands, each one holding a wand. So it could very well be that you have a choice in love here in the month of January. When it comes to career, again, there could be a choice associated with where you're stepping next on your path here. Could be a dream come true kind of option that shows up for you in January. Finances here, I'm not getting a whole lot on the financial front with these cards, but I do feel like decisions related to work here are going to lead to a lot of positivity in that regard. So that's January. Let's look at February. We have the Magician and the Decision, which is the Devil card energy. It says, release yourself from that which holds you back, a need to detox, unnecessary worry based on a lack of self-confidence. Now with these coming in together, there's a couple of things to pay attention to here. For one, with the Devil showing up with the Magician, you could definitely be getting into this overthinking place. It's like way too much in your head and in your fears about something. So if there's still a decision left to be made from January trickling over into February, I suggest you just do it. Make a choice. Because I feel like this is an energy that could easily contribute to just being stuck in your head based on fear and overthinking. It's kind of like the mind just gets going here and keeps going. Could also be here that you need to pay attention to any energies that come into your life, whether it be in love or at work here. This is a very manipulative combination here. Somebody that is trying to keep you stuck and could be working to bring toxicity into your experience here. But I feel like from a knowing place, so they're aware that they are attempting to manipulate you. So be aware of that. I feel like with all these doves flying around here, it could be like some gossip kind of energy that could be happening here. So almost a borderline narcissistic kind of energy showing up here, Gemini. So be careful of that. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that the Magician does represent Gemini, Virgo. And so I think you have the ability to gather information and then make choices based on that information and get yourself out of this situation. So I do feel like you have the power here. It just may initially feel like you don't. So when it came to that manifestation card, it says manifesting and doing as your overall theme here. It could very well be that February shows up as one of the first months that kind of brings that theme into existence for you for the year. So remember that you are in control here. So don't let fear hold you back. So in love relationship or work relationship, pay attention and be careful of any manipulative energy. When it comes to finances and that kind of thing, I think you have the power to use your resources and make something happen here. Just don't let fear hold you back. In March, we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. So this could certainly be an ending to a relationship dynamic here. This could be a third-party situation that shows up in your awareness. There could be some heartbreak associated with this situation for some of you. For others, it says, release the past, you will grow from this situation, and time heals all wounds. Again, some more kind of overthinking energy showing up here. From a financial standpoint, things are looking really positive for you in March. But it looks to me like this first quarter of the year, you're definitely feeling the impacts of the Venus transits through Capricorn. You know, she's in retrograde as I'm filming this and will be until the end of January, and then she moves direct, but she doesn't leave Capricorn until March. So there's a lot of relationship dynamics that are changing and ending as a result of her transits through Capricorn. So it's kind of interesting because there could be some endings that take place either at work or in relationships But ultimately, those are happening so that you can build a stronger foundation from a place of truth, and where, what your new values are after that transit passes. So I feel like financially things are fine. You could be doing really well in the career environment here, but this could also be an ending that's difficult showing up here in either work or relationship. Okay, in April, we have the Two of Cups and Judgment. So I do feel like there's a revisit here in April from a past relationship, and you're going to have a choice to make here. With the Judgment and the Two of Cups, there's a choice to be made in regards to love. This could also show up as even a past boss coming in, wanting to offer you a work position here. So I do feel like you're going to have to kind of evaluate for yourself what it is that you want to do here. It says, two hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. So there's definitely someone here coming forward this month. And this could even be like an old friend or a family member that you've maybe been disconnected from here. When it comes to finances, I would just be careful to only spend money on the things that are truly needed at this time. Make careful decisions when it comes to finances here. I think you're doing fine. It's just a matter of don't go crazy. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. Let's see, May. We have the Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It says, new beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. So, again, this decision energy showing up here in May. I do feel like you're going to need to follow your intuition when it comes to this choice. And I do feel like it could potentially still be lingering from April. So it could be related to this past person that's shown up. But recognize that this is a fated reemergence of this person. And on an intuitive level, what's interesting is this is a water wheel here. And like I was saying about the intuition, it's like you're going to know from an intuitive perspective which way to go here. Like, if you want the wheel to spin in a positive direction, follow that intuition. Otherwise, it could go the other way. Could also be some choice needed to be made in the workplace, as far as maybe in a brand new cycle and a brand new kind of career direction here. When it comes to finances, again, just pay attention to where you're spending your money here. Make sure it's there's like an actual reason or goal behind that spending. Like, I wouldn't make any purchases at this time just on a whim, if that makes sense. Let's see, June, we have the Four of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. As far as a relationship goes here, you may have decided to close off and move away from this past person that shows up in late or the beginning of spring here. It says, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation or travel. So, you could actually be moving homes here as well in the month of June. So finances are stable here, but again, I think it's because you're budgeting and watching your savings here, watching your spending. And it could even be that you're focused in June on saving up for a move or for a vacation that requires some travel here, right? but I feel like you're moving into a more secure situation here. So regardless of the area of life, you're moving into a more stable, secure, calm place. So if things in the spring have felt a little tumultuous here, things are starting to balance out as June comes in. July. We have the Chariot and the Seven of Swords, so definitely some more movement energy. Again, could still be in this phase of moving on from something from the past with both the Seven of Swords and the Chariot here. It's kind of like this energy of taking charge and making a move coming through in both of these cards. More from a place of self-protection. The Chariot here says determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. So I feel like there's this potential here that you're moving away from a situation that was maybe not serving you and moving towards something that's going to offer up some more victory for you. So I feel that in both like work. It could also be that stepping into a more independent work situation brings more victory here for you, or leaving a place of work brings victory. Again, on the relationship front, I feel like you're moving away from something. Could be a lot of travel, and from a financial standpoint, I would watch your finances here. The Seven of Swords showing up here, this could be someone trying to swindle you a little bit. So watch out for that used car salesman kind of energy there. Could also be a purchase of a vehicle taking place in July. Or travel sort of spending going on here. Yeah, that's what I get there. In August, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun. So I feel like August is a big month for you, especially when it comes to your themes of abundance and happiness and growth. It's really going to start showing up for you. I feel like you get a taste of it back here in March timeframe, February, March. But I feel by August we start to really get things moving here. The Knight of Pentacles is an energy, an offer, a commitment or a job offer that comes in here that is taking a while to show up, right? But ultimately, whatever this offer is that's showing up here leads to a lot of happiness. It says, life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So there's definitely some happy news showing up here in August. When it comes to finances, I feel like you've maybe, you might be spending some time kind of varying the areas in which you bring in money. So like for example, you might have a main job, but ultimately you have other means of acquiring income, or you start to plant those seeds in the month of August. So like investments, or you know, kind of like side businesses that bring in money. From a relationship standpoint, you could have a very solid offer coming in here. Could be from an Earth sign or a Leo with the Sun showing up here, but I do feel like it brings a lot of happiness. We also have strong Leo showing up here in September, so keep your eye out for that. In September, we have the King of Wands and the Nine of Swords. I kind of feel like you have to step into this place of your it's like leadership type energy here, and it cause some fears to show up here. I feel like this is probably more like a potential lover showing up here for you that kind of puts you into some fears a little bit. But ultimately, this is someone that's very attractive, someone that's very attractive to you and attracted to you as well. Again, when we get the Nine of Swords, I just like to mention to pay attention to the dream space. You could be getting some information come in through your dreams. It says your worry is unnecessary. Focus on your thoughts on the outcome you desire and let go of regret, guilt, or worry. So, finance-wise, there could be a little stress this month. Could be some sort of bigger purchases that you have to make, like to maintain your home or some kind of higher responsibility. So it could be a home, a vehicle, perhaps even tuition expenses here, and it kind of puts you in a little bit of stress. But I don't feel like it's because you don't have the money. I just feel like you've been very careful with your money so far this year, and having to make a big purchase kind of gives you that uneasy feeling here. And when it comes to love, I definitely feel like there's someone showing up here that's kind of stressing you out and putting you in your fears a little bit. And perhaps because it's such a positive offer that showed up here in August. Alright, August, September, October. So in October, we have the Emperor and the Five of Pentacles. So we have stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious plans. I feel like a divine masculine shows up here in October. Or this divine masculine showed up already here in August, and you're coming into that understanding that this is someone very important to you. Definitely someone in a place of leadership or power here. This could also be you stepping into a leadership position in the workplace. But I feel like there's some fears associated with doing that. So I feel like one of the things you're doing this year, there's a lot of manifestations coming up for you, Gemini, but you're definitely having to work through the fears that come up as a result of these positive things showing up, if that makes sense. You know how I was saying back in September that there was probably some bigger purchases that you needed to make? So I feel like in October, you're back to watching the pennies here. So you could be following a tighter budget at this time, trying to be really responsible with your finances and rebuild whatever savings you had to spend last month. There is a potential here, if you're not careful, that you could reject a counterpart as a result of fears showing up here. So I wouldn't let them run away with that overthinking, kind of rejection feeling here. But there's definitely a potential separation involved this month with a masculine energy. Alright, November. We have the Three of Swords and the Two of Swords. Again, this energy of indecision that we saw back here in May, showing up here again in November. So I feel like you're really having to face some fears this year, Gemini. And I feel like, again, in this situation, you're going to have to follow your intuition. This could be a resurgence from the past, and I'm saying that because we had that same energy show up in March, May here, that's showing up here in November. But it's almost like this energy of maybe not wanting to make a decision because it might hurt at first to do so. So When it comes to work and personal life, so relationships, work, I do see some stress here, some maybe sitting on the fence, not wanting to have to face a difficult situation. When it comes to finances, I think you're maybe just a little too in your head about it. So I would, November looks to be a difficult month throughout the whole year. This looks to be the hardest month that I'm seeing so far. So I would give yourself a break here. Try not to overthink here. And then December, we have the Hierophant and the Page of Cups. So there's definitely someone coming in here with an offer of love and commitment. So if you've been kind of dealing with an on and off relationship this year, I feel like December is what kind of helps to seal the deal with this person. It could be an apology coming in here with this Page of Cups. Messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insights. And I do feel like this is a spiritual connection here. So it could very well be that you run into your masculine this year. Now that doesn't mean you run into a man. It's someone that's sitting in their masculine energy. Because I do feel like you're sitting more in your Empress energy this year, Gemini. That was in your main themes here. And I feel like there's a potential that this masculine shows up and finally offers a commitment here. But you may be tempted to reject it out of fear. And I think come December, that gets settled down and there is an actual commitment that takes place between the two of you. When it comes to work, I do feel like in December, you're definitely going to be inspiring those that you work with. So it could be that you're actually put in a position where you do some training, you do some teaching, or there's some kind of, it's like people are looking up to you for your wisdom in the workplace. And when it comes to finances, I think things are looking good and solid here in the month of December. Whew, let me get a drink. It's a lot of talking. All right. So really quickly, we're going to look at what blockages to watch for this year, Gemini. What's some sort of blockage? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I would say this year, when it comes to blockages, it definitely seems to be like these workplace or romantic or friendship type interactions with others is showing up as a challenge for you. And I feel like why it's showing up as a challenge is because perhaps you're closed off from your heart a little bit here. You're too much in your head. And with the Queen of Swords showing up, to me that's Libra energy, but that could certainly be your energy, Gemini, with it being an air sign here. It could be that you have to cut out an old relationship in order to have a new beginning here, whether it's with that person or with someone new. I do see a lot of focus on the career here. So it could be that you're kind of blocking your love life as a result of too much focus on the career here. But when it comes to like love relationships here, I would just be careful of not hiding those emotions too much. You know, make sure you're striking a balance between head and heart. And because you can come off as very cold and logical here, which serves you in some areas of life, of course, but when it comes to love dynamics and really trying to build and collaborate with someone here, it could be difficult. I mean, we are talking about a blockage here. So, and I would be careful of trying to cut out new beginnings before they even get started. So when it comes to work or finance or love, you could be really quick to cut things out without giving them a chance to show how it's going to go. So I just soften a little bit here, Gemini. When it comes to unexpected, what's coming in 2022 that Gemini needs to know about that they don't yet expect? So you have the Eight of Pentacles flying out there. The Six of Cups and the Chariot. The unexpected that's showing up this year could certainly be this opportunity to work on a past relationship, a soulmate relationship that perhaps you did not work on or did not work out in the past and now has the potential for a victory. Let me get one more row on this. So we did have Judgment showing up in April. Yeah, look at that. The Lovers, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like this is someone that you experienced a pretty brutal ending with in the past. And I feel like there's a potential here for a victory. But I feel like when they show up, it causes you a lot of stress. And again, it does seem like they show up around March, April time frame here, potentially. But it does look like there's a serious potential for a victory here, so long as you release the stress and the pain from the past. Like, you can't carry that forward into a new cycle with this person. So you could also, for some of you, meet a soulmate connection in the workplace. And for some of you, that new connection reminds you strongly of an old relationship, and that is what causes you stress. So it does seem to me that the unexpected is a love relationship, but the advice here seems to be to release past burdens and stress and fears so that you can take control and be victorious in this dynamic. That's what I got, Gemini. I hope that was helpful. Remember to see the timestamps down below. Be sure to save this to your personal YouTube playlist so you can always come back to it easily and skip ahead to certain months that you want to review before they show up. And so hopefully you feel like this helps you throughout the year. And you can certainly check your sun, moon, and rising sign. And I hope to see you in the next video.